All right, starting a live. How you guys doing today? Hold on 1 second. All right. All right, anybody watching the live stream yet? Three watching, it says. How you guys doing today? We got Chicka-Wolf Ranch. How you guys doing? And Stephanie, how are you? We got a few things we're going to be talking about this morning, and you couldn't get it to work.
It's not working.
Okay. Well, I sent you the link a couple times.
The link?
Mhm.
Well, it came in as a Google Hangout, so it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Okay, you guys can hear me okay? That is good. All right, so let's see what we're going to talk about. Today we're going to be talking about a few things. We've got a video that's coming out tomorrow, and we're really excited about it. And basically, it's going to be called "Why You Should Teach Your Kids Farm Chores." I've been working on this video probably for an entire week, and it's really the most difficult video that I have ever done. It's got a tremendous amount of clips in it, and it was really complicated. And hold on a second. So anyway, Ashley had said that we needed to we should try to make it a YouTube collaboration because we had such a good time doing that YouTube collaboration. I'm gonna send that link again, Ashley.
It's not working.
All right. Yeah, sorry about that. But okay, so we had a really good time when we did the last YouTube collaboration with Neil's Homestead, and we did that video. What's so good about Missouri? If you guys haven't checked that out, be sure to do so. I will leave a link right up here after the broadcast is over. But it's we did a top 10 video anyway about the things that we enjoy about living here in Missouri, and we. So Ashley said.
It won't let me proceed.
Okay, so Ashley had said that we needed to just do another YouTube collaboration, and we invited several channels. We were trying to do a Google Hangouts. She was in the other room, and we were both going to be on the video, but it didn't work. It worked in the test stream 2 times that we did, but it didn't do live. So yeah, speaking of that Missouri video, did you guys see the behind the scenes video that we did yesterday? We put that up, and it was we were recording the cave section on the
on that video. Yeah.
And it was a really steep hill. You couldn't really tell in the video, but it was basically the side of a bluff, and I had scaled that up, and it was pretty muddy, and I did not want to climb back down. I was almost at the top of the hill for the scene we were shooting, so I said, why don't you just drive around and I'll meet you at the top of the hill. Well, it was really muddy, and she couldn't make it to the top of the hill, so that's what that video was about. But can you get a list of all the channels that we invited to the collab?
I don't know that I.
It's right here.
I was gonna say I don't know that.
Yeah, just get my email there. But we've got some pretty good channels. Whenever we did that Missouri collab.
Is it under your email or?
Yes, I just go to the. Just find somebody that started there. And,
right there.
Yeah,
okay.
And it should tell you all the. Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, we got a lot of exposure whenever we did that Missouri collab.
Yeah, I've got the list of
And
the channels.
you know, we've gained a couple hundred subs since then, and we're very thankful for the Neil's Homestead for inviting us on that. And we sent out about 15 invitations for this collab that we're doing. Again, if you're just joining, we're doing a video tomorrow called why you should teach your kids farm chores, and we've invited a lot of people. And so really today we just wanted to tell you about that video that's coming up. The people that confirmed back, some other channels that confirmed back, I think there's eight other channels: Dirt Patch Heaven, Cog Hill Farm, the Neil's Homestead, the Texas Boys, Chickawood Ranch, Little Mountain Ranch, Teal House Farm, and the Holler Homestead. And so I know they're going to be making some good videos too. But really, you know, we'd like to do these collabs so we can all grow together. And as I told everybody in the email, we're trying to grow our channel and grow our own food. So hopefully that we get a lot of, you know, hopefully a lot of people see the video, and not just so we grow our channel, but I think there's a lot of good pointers. But the reason why this video is the most difficult that we ever made, we actually turned ours into a little documentary short film, and we interviewed quite a few people, and it's really heart touching, and it's going to be super cool. And I know all the other people that are putting their videos out on the same topic, they're going to do an excellent job. So let's check out some comments here. Hi, Cindy. Chickawood Ranch, there's the long one too. Our video is probably going to be 13 minutes long, something like that. But that's super long for us. You know, our videos are usually about 5 or 6 minutes. And, you know, our analytics shows that, you know, we get an average view time of 3.5 minutes. So, you know, we've got some people that are probably watching the whole thing, and then some people that are jumping on and off of the video right away. But I guess that's how it goes. What else do we got here? Made a little list. You know, I do really good in front of the camera when you have something planned that you're making. He does really good, but as far as this goes, off the cuff, man, sometimes it can be. If we don't have something, if we don't have something to work from, we're not very good. Yeah. So we're still trying to figure this out, and want interaction from you guys too. If you have questions about anything, feel free to pipe up and ask. Future videos, we've got, you know, if you guys are not too familiar with our channel, we're big into blackberries, blackberry growing. We have 5 80-foot rows of blackberries that we grow, non-certified organic, organic to us anyway. And they're all tame. They are Apache blackberries, and they're real big thornless blackberries. And we've been growing those since 2013 is when we started doing that. And we started out with 2 rows, and it seems like every year we get more what you call new shoots popping up out of the rows. And so we just keep planting and keep planting more and more rows. Planted 2 rows down at my dad's house. And, you know, I'd really like to have, you know, 100 rows here, but I know she doesn't want to pick them, and neither do I. But, you know, that's whenever it would be when you could turn it into a U-pick patch. But then you got people on your land, and, you know, people falling in holes, and everybody's so happy these days. You never know. So I really would like to have a blackberry and blueberry U-pick patch. I think it would be a lot of fun, but you just never know how that would really work out. But so we've got some videos, you know, what you need to do with your blackberry plants in the wintertime. Those will be coming out soon. And today we're actually going to be going over to Case International dealership that my dad works at. They're having an open house, and they have a lot of equipment sitting outside, and they're having a dinner and stuff like that. And my dad invited us to come over, so we're going to go over there and take a little bit of a video, and maybe send the drone up.
Can I go to public work and get a toy skid loader?
We will,
we
yeah.
might even come home with a brand new skid loader, so that's going to be exciting. Not a full-size skid loader, a toy skid loader.
A Henry-size skid loader.
We've been promising him a skid loader since he's
Watch your show, buddy.
Since he's been so good in the videos, helping us out. And, you know, he does a good job in the videos, we think. So, oh man, we've got a lot of comments here. Let's check them out. All right. Whoa. Chicken Whoop says there's one over 30 minutes.
Wow. Henry, stop, buddy. You need to watch your show. Go watch your show. Please.
So how long did yours take, that 30-minute video, how long did it take to upload to YouTube? And how fast is your internet connection?
Henry, Aunt Kathy says hi. Okay.
Oh, okay. Stephanie says, what age did you feel comfortable letting your child around the electric fence? If you have. Yes, so we do have a Premier One electric poultry net fence, and you know, it will really get you. If you're wearing a good pair of boots, you know, it's not that bad, but I mean, it'll really hammer on you. But you know, we got that when he was probably just turned 2. And, you know, right off the bat, you know, we explain, you know, our theory is that you explain it to him and don't shelter him from whatever it is in life. But, you know, for instance, the electric fence, you know, we let him know that this will get you, this will bite you, this will hurt you, you know, whatever you want to call it, but let him know. And, you know, he was at that stage at one point where, you know, here's the fence, and he's like,
yeah, how close can I get? Can I put my face up to it?
But,
and you know.
He hasn't touched it. He knows that it'll hurt you. So he goes out there real close to it all the time, but he knows that it's a bad thing. So we, you know, that's what we do with him on that. Blessed Farm says hello. Hey, y'all.
12 hours to load.
12 hours to load.
DSL.
Wow. How fast is your DSL? Is it real slow, or do you know the speed? Have you ever gone just like speedtest.net and did a speed on that?
What you want me?
That's the boundaries, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, Rain Country says that they just have to test the boundaries, as we were talking about that electric fence, and they sure do. And he does that quite a bit. But you know, at the end of the day, Henry knows that,
you're doing a video, buddy.
you know, there's things that he really shouldn't do. So he does stay away from things like that. Cindy says she's got to get back to work. Looking forward to the videos. Work. Isn't this like Sunday? I was
Thursday.
I'm late to work right now.
There you go.
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate sometimes. I have a window tint business, and in the winter time it is pretty slow. It's hit and miss, and so days that I'm not, you know, tinting windows at the shop in town, you know, I stay here and get stuff done. So, you know, it could be a good thing and a bad thing. You know, good that we have the free time to be able to get caught up on chores that we need to do here at the house, and bad if the money doesn't come in to pay the bills. But you know.
But if it snows, he does do snow removal and things like that. So if we get a good snow and ice, you know, that's extra income for sure. But if it's so cold and it doesn't do anything, well, here we are again, kind of just doing farm work and doing what we can just to pass the time and make sure that things are done that need done.
Our internet connection here is pretty fast. We have 100 megs up and 100 megs down. We have a fiber optic line. Before, we just had DSL, and it was about 15. No, it was only 6.
Yeah,
it was 6 down and like 1 up. So it really took a lot of time for us to upload our videos. But now, I mean, it's, you know, the average video with, like, say, a 10-minute video, you know, will be up within like less than a minute for sure. So it's pretty quick. If you guys got any questions, let us know. Today we hit just over 1,500 subscribers, which I was really excited about that. I think the last time I checked it said 1,501, but whenever you click in the top right side of the screen, I was going to change some things around, and I clicked up the top of the side of the screen, and it said, usually it always says 1,000 subs, like 1K, and because it's just rounding, it's just averaging, you know, because even if we had 1,400 subs, it still said 1K. And up by my name, I clicked it and it said 2K, and I was like, whoa, there's no way that we hit 2,000 subs, but it was just over 1,500 subs, and so it was rounding up. Got me a little too excited. Rain Country says that they have 10 megabytes per second. That's the fastest speed they can get right now. You know, that's that used to be really fast, and you could still do a lot with you know, 10 megs. I remember when I first got internet, you know, of course it was dial-up, but in the town, the small town, farm town that I lived in, they had 3 plans of DSL, and one was they had the dial-up, which I couldn't imagine how slow that was, but the 3 plans of DSL, one was like 3/4 of a megabyte, the other one was like 1.5, and then the next one was 3, and it was I'm pretty sure it was like $80 a month for 3 megabytes, and you know, today we're paying probably $50 for 100 megabytes, so definitely times have changed. Come here.
When you want to say hi to people?
We've got we got some catalogs in the mail, and I'm sure if you guys get catalogs, you've probably been getting some too. We got Murray McMurray. Who would name their kid? Who would name their kid Murray McMurray? That's that'd be like me naming my son Frederick. But anyway, it looks pretty neat. You know, a bunch of different chicken breeds and stuff inside. I'm sure it's a great company, so we're gonna check them out. We've never ordered anything from them. They probably bought our address from somebody else.
No, I went to their website and I signed up.
Oh.
I saw the catalog different places. I think White House on the Hill had it on one of their videos. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to order that catalog and see what they're about. And so I did order that one. That one's legitimately sent to us.
Okay.
Okay, go watch your show.
We also got a Premier One poultry net. Or they do other stuff than just poultry. They do stuff for cows or sheep and goats and stuff like that. And man, I think I would like to get some sheep. My sister offered me a couple sheep from her work, and that were just leftovers. But I haven't said yay or nay yet. It would be fun to have, but you know, that's just going to be.
It's just more work. It's just more work for me to do while he's bringing home the bread.
Oh, it better be gluten-free bread. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, let's see what else we got. We got this Baker Creek heirloom seed catalog, and
that's too.
Yeah, we had went down there to their spring planting festival. We do plan on that again. If you've never been to Baker Creek Seed Planting Festival, it's awesome. You know, especially it's kind of like what do you call that? Where you swap meet type of thing.
Yeah, with different vendors, you know, with their homemade sets or their homemade just whatever's, and then like plants and stuff that they have, and then they just set up a little vendor booth, and then you get to kind of walk around and talk to people and meet new people. It's a lot of fun.
But they send out a catalog. This is their 2018 catalog, and right on the front, if you can see, pretty crazy looking tomatoes. They are called an atomic, super sweet atomic grape tomato. But that's a ton of different colors in that tomato. We did buy some of those seeds. We'll be planting them this year. We also bought some rainbow corn, glass gem corn or something like that. Man, it is crazy looking. If you can see all those colors, and you would think, oh man, that has to be some kind of genetically modified corn to have all those colors. But you know, all their seeds that they sell are heirloom seeds. These people travel the world and collect seeds from, you know, just rare seeds from people, and then they grow them, and then they harvest those seeds and sell them. But this catalog has about 100 and almost 150 pages. And then we were at Orchland's the other day, and we seen the Baker Creek whole seed catalog, and we thought, well, let's buy that, you know, check it out. I think it was $10, and there's over 350.
So that's half. That's about half the size.
Yeah, a couple hundred more, but there's 350 pages in this, and there's those atomic seeds again. Pretty awesome stuff. And you know, inside this there's cool color pictures, and I couldn't imagine how much it would really cost to make this thing. You know, $10 is pretty steep, but that's a huge catalog. Brenda Duncan, hello everyone, she says. Hello, Brenda. Oh, we're getting backed up on comments here. All right. Mr. Rain says, checking in. Good morning, Mr. Rain. Whoa. Rain Country, she says that they pay $60 for their slow speed. Yep, that's your small town issues, but that's your trade-offs. You know, you enjoy living in that small town. We live out in the middle of, well,
we're not really in the middle
of nowhere.
We are
in the country, but you know, we're not too far from the interstate, and so that's why they brought fiber optic in, and you know, so we kind of lucked out on that. Chickasaw Ranch says, hi, Henry. All right. Mr. Rain says, 2 cans and a string, a fire and blanket for communications here. Bless Farm said that they had bought Ranger meat birds from them, from Murray McMurray last year. David Burton says Baker Creek is great people, great folks. Yes, we think so too. Oh, Rain Country said they grew some of that glass gin corn.
Huh.
How did it do? Yeah, you guys are in the Pacific Northwest, is that right, Rain Country? Kathy said bye. Bye, Kathy.
See you later.
Bye, I'll see you later.
Stephanie says, what is your biggest challenge in the winter?
That's a pretty good question.
That is a good question. Honestly, right now, it's not a huge challenge, but we have been dealing with making sure the greenhouse stays warm. Whenever we had, here, you can kind of monitor that. When we started, so we're just about 1 year into this greenhouse, and so we've never really faced a full-on winter with the greenhouse, and it's a double layered insulated greenhouse, meaning it's got 2 layers of plastic, air blown in between, so that really helps retain the heat. And I was kind of naive about it when we went after planting season. I planted tomatoes and I planted a bunch of other crop, and I thought, well, it's going to stay warm in here. Well, whenever in late October, mid-October, we had got some really we just got a cold spell, but it got below freezing, and it killed off all the tomato plants in there. And so I thought, well, we're not going to be able to do this winter unless we put some heat in the greenhouse. And where we live on the lean-to of the building here has a wood furnace in it, a hot blast wood furnace, and that's what we blow into the house. And so that's how we heat our house, with the wood furnace. We also do have a gas furnace that kicks on for backup. But that wood furnace, I thought, well, since it's blowing air in here, why can't we take one leg of that and blow that into the greenhouse? And so I had it's about 25-foot run from where the stove sets to the greenhouse, and very easy to do. And it really only cost us about $30 to do so. Super cheap. Should have done it, before winter hit. But as of right now, the biggest struggle is keeping that greenhouse warm. And I have to get up throughout the night sometimes because the wood that we're using is pretty dry wood, and it's lost a lot of its BTUs. And so I have to, about 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll have to get up and I have to, stoke the stove or put wood in the stove, whatever you want to call it, and make sure that heat is getting in the greenhouse. Most of the time it stays about 40 degrees in there on a really cold night. The other night it stayed over 50, and the ground temperature stays, about 50 degrees constantly in there. At nighttime. Daytime, we have no problems. We don't even have to heat it during the daytime. It'll get 70 to 90 degrees in there. And mainly what we're growing is greens right now. But anyway, that's our biggest struggle so far, is just keeping that greenhouse warm.
Yeah, and then, like, of course, we have chickens. And so if you don't get to the eggs in time, of course, they freeze. So that's kind of a challenge. And, of course, they don't want to lay very much in the winter either. And so your egg production's already down. So it's like you get 2 eggs, but, man, they're frozen. Now what? And so that's kind of a challenge, too. Of course, they're water freezing, too, which we did a video on that, on how we take care of the chickens' water in the wintertime on that as well. But other than that, that's really the only issues that we run into.
Rain country, that's a lot of rain. Rain country.
Yeah.
Let's see, Chickawood Ranch. I'm wanting to add a greenhouse, but super worried about the crazy wind we get.
And we get pretty crazy wind sometimes too.
Yeah, we kind of live
right where we live.
We're on a hill almost. But anyway,
because I mean, it's been really, there's times that it'll like storm, when it was storming really bad and hailing and stuff. But I mean, it didn't seem to do anything.
If I could give you any advice on wanting to do greenhouse, you have to do 2 layers of plastic with air in between, because if you look at people's greenhouse, let's say Zach Bauer has a greenhouse, he's got a 18 by 45 greenhouse made from a carport, and he has 1 layer of greenhouse. He's off grid, so he doesn't have too much energy to put to delegate to too many things. But if you look at his plastic on that, it's not super tight or taut, is how you would call that. But and so therefore, when the wind comes, and not just Zach's, but a lot of people's single layer greenhouse, the wind comes and that plastic gets to waving and stuff. But if you do 2 layers of plastic with air in between, it's always tight, and you never have the plastic ever whipping around, and it's like a big balloon. So I wouldn't let wind affect, or I wouldn't let that be a big worry.
And we've even had some pretty crazy like hail storms, and the plastic held up really nice.
It just
we didn't have any
right
issues. As long as it's inflated, I don't think it was
right. Okay, so that's a big worry. Whenever if the power goes out, I run out there, and that's what we're hooking up to the generator. We're not hooking the refrigerator up or hooking the TV up, even though we have done that. But the main thing is, one, the greenhouse fan has to be going, because if the power's out, it's more than likely storming, and that your plastic's going to get loose on you. So we gotta, if that fan stops, so we got to make sure that fan's still pumping air in there, and then also making sure the stove, the furnace, is going.
The fan's working too, so it doesn't get too hot.
Yeah, because if you don't, on our wood furnace, if you just have wood burning and the fan, the blower motors in the back aren't pumping air, it can actually get too hot, and just the way the stove is made. So that's another thing we do.
I don't have anything else right now. That was the last one.
Cool. Well, we've been on here for 30 minutes, guys. If you've got any comments or questions, let us know. But we're probably going to jump off here. Oh, be sure to check out tomorrow's video.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty nice. It's gonna be something we have never done before, and so hopefully, everybody can share it, because it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody else that's doing this video too is gonna be just as good. So we're looking forward to watching those videos as well.
Hey, Two Family Homestead. Hi, how are you guys? We haven't seen you in a long time.
Welcome.
But yeah, so I guess the main thing of this video, other than just hanging out with you guys, was just to let you know about tomorrow's video. We're really passionate about it. A lot of emotion tied into it. We interviewed my grandpa, and that's when you get this advice from the older generations, that's it's gold, and once my dad's always, I wouldn't want to say harped on me, but my dad's always told me, go see your grandma and grandpa, because when they're gone, they're gone, and when they're gone, their stories are gone, and their information is gone. And I told him, I said, you know, every generation that passes, you know, that's a wealth of information that'll never come back, and fewer and fewer or smaller percentages of that information is getting passed down to the next generation. So it's always good to visit your grandma and grandpa. Go give them a hug today. What else? You got anything else?
We've got everything on our list, right?
Mommy, what's this?
Henry, come here,
Come
buddy.
here, come here for a second. Oh, come on. I'm sure people want to see your face.
All right. Can you tell them thanks for watching?
Thanks for watching.
Tell them right here in this
Look
camera.
up there.
Thanks for watching.
What?
You just mumbling it.
Something about thumbs up
And
when
we'll
you're
see you on
making your
next-
video. That's what he said. Yeah, they're full of stories for sure.
Older people are so full of stories. Good wealth of information. Purple Globe Acres.
Welcome to our channel.
This is our new follower to the channel. We appreciate you being a follower of our channel, subscriber.
Be sure to tell your friends so they can follow along.
Well, I think we're going to get out of here, guys. We do appreciate you watching.
Wait, I'll make
It's
one more
because
minute.
of
Go
you guys that we do the videos, and it's a lot of work and little pay, but we really enjoy making the videos. So thanks again, and we'll see you on the next video.